Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. I want to send double honor to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and safety is to the hopeful elect Akim out there doing this work. And a hearty shalom to the scattered elect that are among the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but are of the seed, stock, and bloodline of the so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, which are the true children of Israel. This is the brother you call the mouth with the Great Millstone Camp, the branch out here in Omaha, Nebraska, and coming back with another lesson, Lord willing, to feed and edify the lost sheep of the nation of Israel through the Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh. And just want to get into this lesson real quick. This will be another addition to the GMS Fort, Nebraska, and just want to touch on, the time of Jacob's trouble, because there was a video that was done by the elder Manat Zakba, where, beautiful video, by the way, he did it yesterday, where it was an individual who was speaking on he's already been through his tribulation, alluding to Jacob's trouble, and what I take from this individual, me speaking as a man, is that he's scared of the things that we speak of. All right, when the Most High said that this book, this Holy Bible, was going to be full of lamentation, mourning, and woe, when it spoke about in Daniel, the 12th chapter, which, Lord willing, I'll get that, a time like never before. People feel like, well, this specific individual, at least, you feel like, you're not going to go through what the rest of the world is going through. Now, as an Israelite, you are under the curses of the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, from the 15th verse on down, due to our disobedience of the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shai Shai, and blatantly disobeying his voice. Okay, so you're going to go through things, but there's going to be a time like never before, man. And one example of that, I'll get it right here. And I do pray that this is an edifying video. And Abaratazar, Lord willing, I will put the link to the Elder Manat Zakba video in the description. But let's get this here in the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation." And what is the word of the Most High's patience? That's the Holy Scriptures. Okay? Because with patience, the patience means endure, to endure. And when you're going to endure, means to make hard. And how we made hard? Through chastising the Yahweh Shai Shai. Okay? Through corrections. Through going through things. But still keeping our faith in Yahweh Shai Shai. It says, "I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth." And this is speaking about the time of Jacob's trouble. Specifically, what's going to be, what's going to try the whole world is this micro C-hip. This digital device that Esau Edom is slowly but surely administering into society. Okay, which you have individuals that already have this MOTB that's spoken about in the book of Revelation 13, verse 16. All right, but it's going to come a time where the cash is no longer available. Okay, you're not going to be able to buy and sell without this device. All right, and Trump already said that he was going to make America the hub of AI and cryptocurrency, meaning that what? Eventually, everything's going to go digital. Paper cash is going to be out of the question. Okay, he come in shaking things up, man. Right, already. You talk about he's getting rid of the SNAP benefits, and that got a lot of people. They got a lot of people tripping out, man. You got people all on TikTok and Facebook crying about how I'm not going to be. This is my only form of income. This is how I feed my kids and. Hey, it was going to be a time where, though these things are being taken away, don't you think that Esau will come in with some type of game plan to make people come to him so that they don't have to suffer anymore? Okay? In the form of this RFID micro C-hip? Okay? And so this hasn't tried the entire world yet. You have different nations that are getting it, okay, or that are utilizing the form of technology as a payment system, or such as Sweden. Sweden was the number one I believe Sweden was the number one. I had to double check that. But they turned everything digital over there, man. Okay? So it's just a matter of time for that same rhetoric and that same standard hits America. And we haven't dealt with that yet. All right? I might as well, since I'm here, might as well get Revelation 13 and verse 16, man. This is Revelation 13, verse 16. And, you know, the word, let's get this word tribulation real quick, because I'm thinking about that. You know, because that individual, he's just full of pride, man. You feel like you're not going to have to go through Jacob's trouble. Through the Spirit, I think he's scared, man. Okay? Well, guess what? We're all scared. You know? But now, at the end of the day, though we are all scared because we don't know exactly how things are going to play out, we know that we have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So we do have a form of fear in us, you know, concerning times that are coming. But we have to trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? We can't be so scared to where you say, oh, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I've been through enough. Why will God put me through this again? Well, guess what? The Most High is a terrible king. He's a terrible power, as it says in the book of Psalms. Okay? And he gave dominion in in Genesis, the fatness of the earth and the power of the sword unto Esau Edom to do in this world as he will. Go into Job 9 and 24. Okay? So, you know, hey, the Most High is, at the end of the day, the Most High is controlling Esau Edom. That's going to make this come to pass, where the whole world is going to be tried by this sea hip. But he's going to save those that trust in him. So let's get this word tribulation real quick. In the Etamon line, it says state or condition of great affliction, oppression, suffering, or distress. Now let's get this precept on the heels of that, man. I'm actually come back to that Revelation and go to the book of Daniel. Slakia, the book of Daniel, chapter 12, and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. Right? And we haven't been through that time yet. Okay? You're going to have a time where cannibalism is going to come back for the lack of food. All right? People are going to be trying to eat each other. People are going to be invading each other's homes ruthlessly. You know, that neighbor that you had, that you call your best friend for 26 years, guess what? They're going to turn on you because they're going through it too. Okay? And, you know, I forgot what I was listening to this morning. I can't remember. It was one a podcast or something I was listening to. But it was, no, they were speaking on how, you know, when these different troubles come, that, you know, the rest of the world, you know, I mean, I say the Americans, I should say, you know, they're going to be caught off guard because they're not, the system hasn't been preparing them for a time of trouble. You haven't been preparing individuals for a famine. You haven't been preparing individuals for a mass microchipping. Okay? All that's been spoken here is peace, peace, peace. When it says in the book of 1 Thessalonians, which I'll grab that, right? It says 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. And it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You know? So, you know, when they say peace, peace, you need to be wary of that. Okay? Don't you know, because Esau is the number one liar on planet Earth. It says in Psalms 53 verse 8, or is it 58 verse 3, that the wicked were estranged from the womb, speaking lies. You know, it says that he has a deceitful tongue that walketh throughout the earth. You know, so you can't trust the word of Esau Edom. What we ought to trust in is the words of the Heavenly Father and the men that He sent, being the prophets, man. Okay, I'm gonna finish this Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. So it says at the end, it says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. You know, and that's talking about the elect, man. All right. those who, going back to that Revelation 3 verse 10, that have kept the word of the Most High's patience. Okay? But the Most High, He haven't given us the spirit of fear when these times, when we see these times coming. All right? And the prophets have been out on the corners warning about the things that are coming, starting with the elder apostle to on down, man, and his elders before him. Okay? I've been teaching about the MOTV, been teaching about the tribulation. Been teaching about this here in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30. You got to get it, in verse 7. Okay? And it says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." The elect are going to be saved out of the trouble, the time of tribulation, man. But those who are faithless, those who have rejected the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, via spoken by the prophets, those who've been blatantly mixing up the prophecies, Nate, with the MOTB, all right, those who have just been straight up disobedient on all fronts, the Most High is not going to save them people, And not all of us that are teaching His word are going to be saved, because the Most High tried the hearts and the reins, and He knows those that are truly His. So even though, you may have some individuals of GMS, you may have individuals of groups that they're in the same mindset of GMS, or, whoever. If the Most High don't want you to be saved, you ain't going to be saved, and you can believe that. All right? A lot of people are going to get caught up. All right, let's get another form of this this time like never before. We're going to go into the book of Sirach. Oh no, Salakia, it's 2nd Esdras, not Sirach. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse. This is a very good chapter. This whole chapter, you can really read this whole chapter, but for time's sake, I'm gonna start at the top and I'm gonna jump down. All right. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." Who's the Lord's people? The nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans. The words of prophecy, which is to say before, Pro meaning before, facade meaning to speak. And what have we been speaking before? We've been speaking about the famines, the famine of the word. We've been speaking about the famines, the famine of food. We've been speaking about the sedition among men. We've been speaking about the wars and the rumors of wars. We've been speaking about all these things plus more. All right? And the ears of the Most High people, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord Yahweh. So it's not our words, man. We're just speaking the words that Yahweh Shem Yahushua commanded us to speak. Fear not, it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So none of these words are going to fail. And it says that in the book of Isaiah, the 55th chapter, where it says that the word that the Most High sent out shall not return unto him void until it accomplish that thing to where He has sent it. Okay? Well, let's jump down. This whole entire chapter is good. I advise brothers, you younger brothers that are coming in that may have not read that, this is a very good chapter, man. We're going to jump down for time's sake, because I'm here at the plantation. So this is 2nd Esdras 15, and I'm going to jump down to verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein," which woe means destruction. "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." And that's talking about that thermonuclear destruction that's drawing nigh, man. "For one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands." So there's going to be, it says that in the gospel that the love of many will wax cold. All right, you're not going to have that same love for, your non-immediate family, for your, like I said earlier, your neighbors, Miss Josephine next door that always give you turnips. All right, you ain't gonna have that same love for her no more, because and I'm just giving examples. You might be in league with a lot of individuals here, but guess what? They're gonna turn on you, man, because they got families too. They got to take care of themselves and their loved ones. All right. So that love is gonna wax cold, man. And we have not experienced this. And that, you ain't special, man. To say that the Lord ain't gonna put me through this again. You ain't special, man. None of us are special to the point where we ain't gonna go through this. Reading on, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So it's gonna be straight up chaos, man. You're gonna have class wars. You're gonna have race wars. You're gonna have people. Let's read it because I don't want to jump the gun. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Okay, but Salakia, let me finish the rest of that in 16, because it says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in there's going to be all out chaos throughout society. Nobody's going to be listening to your governors or your mayors, or your president, or the police. You're not going to be listening to them no more, because things are going to be that bad, man. Okay, things are going to be that bad. "And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able," which is speaking about checkpoints. You're not going to be able to just freely flow to the next state. All right, I stay here in Nebraska, and literally I stay like 5 minutes from the next state. It's literally just a crossing of a bridge. But just to give an example, they'll cut that. They'll put a checkpoint right there so you can't cross into the next state, which the next state that I'm speaking of is Iowa. You can't cross into that state. Okay? So it's gonna get like that. It's gonna be like that. We have not experienced that yet, man. But Esau, guess what? Esau Edom is showing these things in the movies, man, like quarantine. Okay? That was where there was major plague going on. All right? But it gave the example of individuals not being able to leave the city. You're not able to leave the city. You can't go anywhere. This is going to be a police state. All right? And this is the times that we're coming into, man. All right? Reading on. "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have because nobody's prepared." It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." Tribulation. For great stress, great depression. All right? Or oppression. All right? This world is going to be in straits, man. And we have not experienced that. When you see a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but destroy their houses with the sword, you can say, yeah, man, people be robbing people all the time, breaking into people's houses, but it's going to be on a mass scale. That's why I said in Daniel 12:1, there should be a time like never before nor ever shall be. Okay? We ain't been through Jacob's trouble yet, man. Nate said the same thing years ago. There ain't going to be no Jacob's trouble. And then try to turn around and call us idiots and saying that, that's not what he said. He said something different. And I forget how he worded it. But, the video is out there, man. So to this individual, man, you have to. Well, we ain't praying for individuals like that. I just pray for the elect that we don't get into that mindset of thinking that we're above the prophecies. The Most High ain't. You go into 2 Ezra 4:37. The Most High ain't moved nor stirred no prophecies until the said measure be fulfilled. And there's still prophecies that had to come to pass before Jacob's trouble, which is that MOTB. The MOTB has to come to pass. And things are going to flow quickly after that. All right? So, hey, with that being said, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honor to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone. And peace, love, and safety is to the elect Akim out there. Shalom.